What's up, guys? Today I'm reacting to two disturbing real Tinder horror stories made by Mr. Nightmare. And subscribe, like, and comment to Mr. Nightmare. And yeah, I haven't posted videos in a long time, so I'm gonna post this today and then post another one tomorrow. But yeah, um. This was like 3 days ago, and I don't know what Tinder is, but yeah, subscribe, like, and comment, and link to this channel, and also hit that like button, and again subscribe. But yeah, I don't know what Tinder is, but if we watch this video, we'll figure it out. Let's get into this.
I'll never forget the first time I used Tinder. It was 2015 during winter break when everyone was back home from college. I figured since I didn't have a girlfriend and didn't have much going on, why not try the app that everyone was talking about? It was like 8 or 9 p.m. on a Thursday night, which was peak hours in terms of activity for the app. I downloaded the app onto my phone, and it was time to set up my profile. I spent a good 10 minutes browsing through my photo albums and found 4 flattering photos of myself that I thought would catch people's attention. I wasn't really experienced with the whole witty, funny Tinder bio thing that guys are apparently supposed to do, so I just wrote a few things about myself, like that I was 6 feet tall, played hockey at Penn State, and loved to work out. I swiped right for pretty much everyone just to see how many people would right swipe me back. I got through the given 100 likes quicker than I even expected, and didn't get a single match. My self-esteem was now completely in the toilet. I always thought of myself as really good looking, so I didn't understand how nobody could have liked me back. After waiting forever for some kind of notification to come up on my screen, I was considering just deleting the app to save my self-esteem. But finally, a single vibration from my phone, along with the message, "Congratulations, you have a new match," popped up on my phone. Overly excited, I went back into the app and saw that I had matched with the most gorgeous girl I'd seen on the app. She had 4 photos as well, one in a bikini, kissing her on either cheek, one with her leaning on a brick wall, and one that appeared to be taken at a college frat party. She was 20 years old, just like me, and she went to Syracuse University.
If you guys are thinking that I come out here just to make it look longer, no, it's big. Yeah, it is big. It's just, never mind. Let's just continue.
I messaged her just a plain old hey with a smiley face. 10 seconds later, she responded, "Hey cutie." I took a friend in the same sorority at my school, or something lame like that. She responded really quickly again, this time saying, "OMG, that's so," smiley face. I was typing my response when she sent another message, saying, "You're so cute and so close. What are you doing tonight?" At this point I was excited, and thought this app was easier than I thought.
If the video's glitching, guys, just ignore that. Cause I hate when it glitches too.
Thought it would be. I responded quickly, saying, "Just watching Elf, pretty exciting stuff." She replied back, saying, "OMG, no way, me too. You should come over and we can watch it together," and then a winky face. I told her I was down and asked for her number. She gave it to me quickly, and I waited a minute before texting her just so I wouldn't seem desperate. When I texted her, the message was sent as a text message, indicating this person wasn't using the iMessage app. I said, "Hey," once again. She replied, "Hey, come now," and then pasted an address. The address was 5 miles from my house, or 10 minutes, which wasn't bad at all. I told her I'm on my way. Before leaving, I told my mom I was going out and left. The address was on the quieter side of town, not necessarily a nice kind of quiet. I pulled up to the house. It had a decent location, privacy by trees that was dug out deep to collect water during rainfall, and the neighboring houses were kind of spaced out. A red flag went off in my head when I noticed 2 cars in the driveway. I texted her saying I was there, and she replied, "KK, go around back, the front door is loud." I replied, "Are your parents to separate the front yard from the back?" There was a window on the side of the house, and as I passed it, I realized there was an opening in the blinds. Someone was holding it up, but as soon as I noticed, the blinds fell back into place. I texted her again, saying, "Was that you at the window?" No response. This was a little creepy now. I continued walking slowly to the backyard, thinking that I could hear sounds coming from back there. For example, the brief sound of a yard chair scraping against the concrete. I became so nervous to turn that corner into the backyard that I froze at the edge of the brick wall, and just ever so gradually poked my head around the corner to see if anyone was in the backyard. As far as I could tell, nobody was back there, so I walked to the back door. It was a really old sliding glass door, so I could partially see into the house. Another thing I realized just then that raised more red flags: not a single light was on in the house. You know what I told myself? I'd text her one more time, and if she didn't respond, I was out of there. I took out my phone and texted her, saying, "I'm at the back door, where are you?" She responded within 10 seconds, saying, "Come in." I wasn't comfortable entering that house. I decided to call her for the first time, but after entering the number, the screen said "Text Now audio call." Text Now is one of those iPhone apps that allow you to use a fake phone number for calls and texts. That meant this whole time, whoever this was using a fake phone number. However, the most disturbing part of this was when I heard the sound of a ringtone coming from right behind the glass door, as if somebody were leaning against the wall, hiding. And now as I looked more closely into the house, I could see the glow from a phone screen right next to the door, which confirmed that somebody was hiding there. I did walking back around the house in the opposite direction I came from to avoid being seen through the door. When I was out of possible view, I ran full speed to my car and drove home. I didn't check my texts until I got back home. I had 15 new messages waiting for me, about 12 of them asking, "Where'd you go?" The last 3 were more disturbing, though. The first of the last 3 that out by now. The next one was, "No laws were broken, LOL, good luck." And the last one was, "I know exactly what you look like and I have your number." I blocked his fake number and went to report and unmatch him on Tinder, but he had already done that. The whole thing was something straight out of a nightmare, but luckily I never got any calls or texts from anyone suspicious, and I was able to forget about it quickly. I've used Tinder a few times since then, but just for fun. I've never actually made an effort to go out and meet anyone from the app ever again.
That's bad. You gotta watch out there. It's crazy people.
I was on Tinder a few months ago when I was bored. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. Definitely not a relationship, though. Just one of those times to see who swiped me for fun and having pointless chats. Plus, there was always that chance that a girl would be down to meet up for the night and, maybe I'd get lucky. That didn't happen this night, though. I was the opposite of lucky. My first 20 or so swipes were full of matches. I sent corny pickup lines to a few of them that I found attractive. However, there was one girl who messaged me first. Her name was Michelle. She was kidding, and I was a little intoxicated quite literally already. She was close, too. And eventually things were going so smoothly that I decided to try and be ballsy and turn the conversation sexual. So I escalated things even more by getting her number, and then texting her to try and set something up that same night. To my surprise and delight, she seemed really willing, but she wanted to meet out somewhere and hang out first before going back to her place. I was fine with that, and so she seemed to take charge and set up a time and place to meet. She said she wanted to hang in a small park by her house first at 10 o'clock. It was a little odd, but I was down. I literally counted the minutes until around 9:45 when I decided it was time to leave. Before leaving, I sent a quick confirmation text, and she said she was still there. The drive to this small residential park was maybe 10 minutes, where she wanted to meet. I didn't want to let her know I was early because I thought that might make me seem needy or anxious, so I waited until exactly 10:02 on the dot to text her saying I was there. This was when she stopped responding. 10:10, sitting there waiting with no response. And the idea that she flaked was becoming more realistic. The playground area was surrounded by trees. In fact, this whole park was very wooded. Nobody was out and about at this time. So honestly, it was kind of creepy sitting in that park alone. The only reason I could see was because of the motion detecting light mounted onto the small bathroom shack. In one direction, the park turned to complete woods for miles, while in the other direction, beyond a few trees, was the neighborhood road. When I froze, the sounds of the squeaky metal swing chains stopped, allowing me to hear something echo out from the little bathroom shack. It sounded like, a typical sound you'd expect to hear from inside one of those bathrooms. Like somebody pressing down on. Now, this wouldn't be a completely strange thing. After all, it's a public park. Only I would have thought that they would lock the bathrooms up at this hour. And who else would actually be in this tiny park at 10:15 on a weeknight? Then I suddenly felt a vibration in my pocket. So excited, I whipped out the phone and saw a new text from Michelle. The text said exactly this. "Hey, just got here. Come into the bathroom. I have a surprise for you." My heart dropped as I read this. I felt butterflies in my stomach. Not like an innocent nervousness, more like a disturbed and freaked out. My thumbs were the tiny bathroom building, and opened my mouth, almost ready to scream, when I saw half of a person's face peering out from the entrance from one of the bathrooms, leering over to me on the swing. Only for maybe half a second did I actually see a good portion of their face, though, because they slowly moved out of sight. And saw a grown man emerge from the trees, running towards my car. I turned the key in the ignition and practically threw the car in drive before it was even fully started. When I was halfway down the road and looked back, there was nobody in the street. When I pulled into my driveway, I sat there for 10 minutes, thinking and reflecting. I felt like I had become a.
If the video is glitching, guys, just ignore it. Like, I hate when the video glitches and stuff. I hate it so much, bro. I really hate it. But if this video is glitching, just ignore it and just listen to the story. Alright? And yeah, this story is almost over anyway, so.
Changed person at that moment, like I knew what it truly felt like to appreciate life after having my life threatened. I deleted my Tinder account and then deleted the app. I didn't tell any of my family members besides my older brother. I've had a girlfriend for the past 2 months, so luckily, I don't even have to think about using that app anymore.
Well, you guys gotta be careful out there, cause there's some crazy people. But yeah, subscribe, like, and comment, and yeah, I'll be making another video tomorrow after I get out the hospital, cause I got an ingrown toenail, and I'll see you guys when I get surgery.